Unbelievable, or Aryna Sabalenka's shocking gym confession after loss to Coco Gauff. The tennis world is still reeling after Aryna Sabalenka, one of the sport's fiercest competitors, made a stunning confession that has left fans speechless. Following her unexpected loss to Coco Gauff in a high-stake showdown, the Belarusian powerhouse revealed a deeply personal truth from behind the closed doors of her training life, one that peeled back the layers of her invincible image and revealed a human story of struggle, pressure, and redemption. It wasn't about her serve. It wasn't about strategy. It was about what really happens when the lights go off and the gym doors close. And it all started the night she lost golf, the match that sparked the storm. It was supposed to be another dominant Sabalenka performance, a battle between the relentless power of Aryna and the resilience of the young American sensation Coco Gauff. The stadium in Beijing was electric, packed with fans who had come to witness what many predicted would be one of the best matches of the season. From the first serve, Sabo was a storm. Her forehands exploded off the racket like thunderclaps. Her roar after every point shook the rafters. But across the net stood Gauff, calm, composed, and calculating. Every time Sabalenka attacked, Gauff absorbed. Every time Sabalenka screamed, Gauff breathed. The contrast was mesmerizing. Fire versus water. But in the end, Gauff's calm conquered. The final score, 4-6, 6-2. 4-6:2. Sabalenka walked off the court, expression unreadable, eyes glassy but dry. Cameras followed her all the way, down the hallway until she disappeared into the locker room. That night, what happened next would change everything. Inside the gym, the breaking point. A few hours after the loss, while most players would be resting or reviewing match footage, Sabalenka was in the gym, alone. The fluorescent lights buzzed softly as she stood in front of the mirror, clutching a dumbbell but unable to lift it. The silence was deafening. And then, for the first time in years, she cried. Later, in her now viral confession posted on Instagram, Sabalenka wrote, "After my match with Coco, I went to gym like I always do. I thought I could work the anger out of me, but when I looked at myself in the mirror, I didn't see strength. I saw exhaustion. I wasn't crying because I lost. I was crying because I forgot why I started." The world was stunned. Here was Aryna Sabalenka, the woman known for her raw power, iron mentality, and fearless aggression, admitting vulnerability, self-doubt, and fatigue. It wasn't just a confession. It was a revelation. I became a machine. In a follow-up interview, Sabalenka elaborated on her emotional gym breakdown. "People always talk about my power, my muscles, my training, but they don't see the mental side, the pain that comes with perfection. For years, I thought the only way to prove myself was to be unstoppable. I pushed and pushed until I became something else, a machine." Her words hit like a serve down the tee. For the first time, fans saw that the same physical intensity that made Sabalenka a Grand Slam champion also carried a price: loneliness, pressure, and a constant fear being seen as anything less than invincible. She continued, "I built walls in my mind, telling myself that emotions were weakness. But after losing to Coco, something cracked. I realized she wasn't just playing better tennis. She was freer. She plays with joy. And I wanted that again." The confession goes viral. Within minutes of posting her confession, Aryna's message exploded across social media. Her photo, sitting on a gym floor, head resting on her knees, sweat glistening like tears, went viral. The caption read, "Strength is not how much you lift. It's how much you're willing to feel." Celebrities, athletes, and fans flooded her page with messages of support. Serena Williams commented, "That's what champions are made of, honesty and heart." Coco Gauff, her opponent, and perhaps the unintentional spark of this self-discovery, reposted Sabalenka's words on her own story with a single line, "Respect always." The tennis community was united in awe, not because Aryna had shown weakness, but because she had shown courage, the hidden struggle of power players. For years, Aryna Sabalenka has been celebrated as the epitome of strength in women's tennis, a player whose muscle ferocity and passion made her a symbol of dominance. But behind that image lay a truth many athletes quietly share: the fear of fragility. Her confession shed light on the darker side of elite training, the pressure to constantly perform, the endless cycle of gym sessions, the isolation of travel, and the expectation to always appear unbreakable. "I thought lifting heavier weights would lift my spirit too," Orion admitted. "But it doesn't work that way. Sometimes you don't need to push harder, you need to pause." The gym, once her temple of strength, had become a place of confrontation, a mirror reflecting the cost of her obsession with perfection. Fans react. This is the real Aryna. Across forums and fan pages, supporters began sharing stories of how Sabalenka's honesty inspired them. One fan wrote, "The ripple effect." Her confession also inspired initiatives across tennis organizations. The WTA announced a new program called Mind Over Match, focusing on mental health resources for players. Sabalenka herself has pledged to mentor younger athletes, especially women, about maintaining balance and authenticity in their careers. "I want them to know that they don't have to destroy themselves to be great." She said, "You can chase your dream and still protect your soul." A letter to herself. In a heartfelt open letter, published in the Player's Voice, Aryna wrote directly to her younger self. "Dear Aryna, you will grow strong, stronger than you ever imagined. But remember, muscles are not armor, and trophies are not peace. One day you will meet a girl named Coco who reminds you that tennis is supposed to be fun. Don't hate that feeling. Learn from it. When you lose, you will think you failed. You haven't. You found your truth. Love the woman who finally forgave herself." The letter broke the internet not for its drama, but for its quiet beauty. It was a glimpse into the heart of a warrior learning softness. The legacy of confession. Looking back, Aryna Sabalenka's gym confession may very well mark the beginning of her most important legacy, one that transcends victories, titles, and rankings. She showed the world that the most powerful thing an athlete can do isn't lifting weights or hitting aces. It's lifting the mass of perfection. Her fans no longer cheer for her just because she wins. They cheer because she's real. And as one fan beautifully wrote online, she entered the gym that night broken. She walked out human, and somehow that Mayer's stronger than ever epilogue. The fire returns. Months later, as Sabalenka prepared for another tournament, a journalist asked if she had any regrets about her public confession. She smiled, the kind of smile that holds peace. Instead of pride, no regrets. That moment didn't break me. It rebuilt me. Sometimes losing isn't the end of your story. It's just the beginning of your honesty. Then she picked up her racket, tied her ponytail, and walked back onto the court, not as a machine, not as a myth, but as Aryna Sabalenka, powerful, imperfect, and free. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. To next